the leadership, for all the appropriate reasons, wanted to be cautious and protect folks given the national threats.
Oregon's legislative session was supposed to start early last week. Instead, it was postponed because of the riot in Washington, D.C.
I would bet that there's probably one or two others that may come in today, but I don't know. I'm not worried.
The follow-up protests expected at state capitals never happened, but lawmakers in Oregon know what it feels like to be under siege. A few weeks before D.C., the exact same thing happened here. The agitators even had help on the inside, a Republican legislator named Mike Neerman, who opened a side door to the building, letting people in.
I was actually watching the thing. Some of my friends hit the panic buttons, which meant the state police had to divert people. It was dismaying.
What does an event like that mean for the ability of Democrats to work with Republicans?
Well, stupid behavior makes it harder for people who want to get things done to get it done. I don't know if we can fix the federal government and the nation, but I know we can fix Oregon. And it's going to be hard, but I do believe it's possible.
Neerman's been fined for what he did, and lawmakers are considering whether to expel him. He didn't respond to a Vice News request for an interview. But the Oregon Republican Party has continued to take a hard line, saying the assault on the U.S. Capitol may have been a false flag. Democrats like Portland Representative Barbara Smith Warner say with that attitude, it'll be hard to get back to business as usual.
You need to demonstrate to me that you believe in small d democracy. Actions like walking out to stop the process and signing letters asking that entire state's vote tallies get thrown out because you disagree with them. It's not only Mike Neerman letting armed protesters into the building, it's that whole idea of, if I don't agree with the results, I'll overturn them. That demonstrates a lack of belief in the system.
Was a line crossed, though, in December?
The idea that one of my colleagues opened the door and let them in, not just figuratively, literally. What we saw in DC made us realize, holy crap, that was an act of calculated aggression against his colleagues, against everybody in that building. And how do you work with that?
If Democrats are going to work with Republicans, it'll probably be with people like Ron Noble, who represents a district that's evenly split between the parties.
The relationships in the Capitol can be polarized, but most of what we do, we agree on. I have full confidence that we're going to recover just fine. If we need to look and honor people's differences, not vilify people.
I can see how someone might say that the way you present the path forward is a little naive, right?
Oh yeah, Pollyannish, absolutely.
It's from a time before you had this huge movement who just discounted the validity of the entire election, right? Who stormed the Capitol.
Oh, and it is a valid criticism. There's the dual hand, accountability and forgiveness, and then you can move on.
What effect has Trump had in the last 4 years had on this state and the discourse here?
It's given voice to some people that maybe didn't have a voice. I was a Republican long before Trump was president. In fact, I was probably a Republican before he decided to become a Republican. And I feel no compulsion whatsoever to defend him any more than I would expect him to defend me.
That is the absolute proof that you were outdated Republican, because
I understand that.
That's going to be the big divide in the party, right? Is it Republican
Absolutely.
first or is it Trump first?
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Republicans have some work to do. Is it the party of Trump, or is it the party of Lincoln or Reagan? Or are we just going to redefine what it looks like?